أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون صدق الله العظيم. Respected listeners, Allah Ta'ala has initiated the passage of Ramadan by highlighting the reality of the concept of fasting. That the concept of fasting is not limited to mine and your reality and mine and your life only, and only the Ummah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but rather it was a broader practice which we found in the nations which followed the previous prophets. But the purpose in all those thousands of years, the purpose behind the concept of siyam, fasting, which basically means to restrain, to keep away. The purpose behind all of these, that the practice of fasting was none other than to develop the concept of taqwa. It's worth understanding what taqwa means, because halfway of Ramadan we've already come, and understand we should take account of ourselves and even at least look into our lives, look into our schedules, look into our mindset, look into our attitude, and ask ourselves, am I more conscious of Allah Ta'ala? Because that's what fasting came to produce. Now Ramadan has come, hours and hours of dry throats, hours and hours of empty stomach, and even long vigils of Taraweeh at night time. Yet have we gained the fruit of Ramadan?
We should.
Because Ramadan came as a guest, and guests don't come empty-handed. Guests always come with their blessings. Guests always come with their smiles. Guests come with something pleasant that the household benefits from their company and being of hospitality to them. So the guest of Ramadan has come to our houses. The guest of Ramadan has come to mine and your life. In 2020, it might be the last time I see this guest of mine. Have I taken the gift of Ramadan? And the gift of Ramadan was to develop sabr, to develop restraint, to develop taqwa. Because in our life, post-Ramadan, there'll be decisions we'll have to make. Will taqwa be the orienting compass in our life? Will we be conscious of Allah when we make that decision? Even something as simple as what I wish to wear today, or how I wish to spare my time today, what time I hope to sleep today, what time I hope to awake tomorrow. These are daily decisions me and you are going to make, and me and you are making. Ramadan has come to reorient our compass. And the compass should be based on the consciousness of Allah Ta'ala. That nobody knows what's inside my stomach. Nobody knows whether water has entered my body or not. Hence, Siyam has that impact in a person's life, that it helps him develop the consciousness of Allah Ta'ala. That Allah is watching. Allah is watching. Every ibadah has its complementary impact in the human psychology and the human spirituality. Salah has the impact of developing control over our limbs, control over our tongue, control over our mind. Siyam has an additional, fasting has an additional benefit, and that benefit is the benefit of the concept of being conscious and aware of Allah Ta'ala. So conscious and aware of Allah Ta'ala that we are always thinking twice as to whether this is the right decision or the wrong decision. This is the life of a muttaqi. Muttaqi is a person who has taqwa. And don't forget, muttaqi is the first title. First title that's mentioned in the Quran. Of all the titles, the first title mentioned in the Quran is muttaqeen. Allah Ta'ala has promised that the muttaqeen, the people of taqwa, i.e. the people who benefit from Ramadan, that's me and you. The people who benefit from Ramadan will be the ones who develop guidance, gain guidance, gain a friendship with the conversation, the Quran, Allah Ta'ala's. One thing we mentioned last time, my respected listeners, that as a result of Ramadan, the people around us are, of course, a lot more active in their worship, a lot more active in their consciousness of Allah Ta'ala. So many of them will have developed a closeness, a friendship, a bond with Allah Ta'ala. Now, this in addition should make us more wary, more sensitive to the people around us, because the people around us, as a result of their Ramadan, as a result of their tilawat, as a result of their fasting, will inevitably be closer to Allah Ta'ala. Now, we don't want to mess with anybody who's closer to Allah Ta'ala. We don't want to hurt anybody who's closer to Allah Ta'ala. We don't want to be harsh with anybody who's close to Allah Ta'ala. We don't want to raise our voices against anybody who's close to Allah Ta'ala. And Ramadan has come to make everybody close. So doesn't that mean in Ramadan we should be more conscious of backbiting, more conscious of misuse of our tongue, more conscious of the misuse of our hands? Respected listeners, this is just a short reminder of what Allah Ta'ala has given us Ramadan for. It was one ayah in the Quran. But let's try to internalize taqwa and see, was my yesterday the same as today? Then why did I spend that many hours starving? Why did I spend that many hours starving? Why did I spend that many moments in the night standing? Yet I'm the same as yesterday. Nobody has that attitude in business. Nobody has that attitude in fitness. Nobody has that attitude in secular education. But in spiritual welfare, in spiritual development, we're just content with how we are. Just imagine we approach spirituality the way we approach business. Just imagine we approach spirituality the way we approach a graduate degree. By Allah, we would be very, very rich in the true richness and the true commodity of proximity to Allah Ta'ala. It's only when we become close to Allah Ta'ala that the trivial matters of the world, because anything that happens in the world is trivial for the person who can be above it. Now that could be somebody swearing at us, that could be somebody shouting at us, that could be somebody disagreeing with us, that could be somebody disowning us. These things are, yes, justifiable, troublesome realities of our life. But we are not alone. Allah never sent us to this world alone. What did Allah Ta'ala say to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in Surah Al-Duha? Ma wadda'aka rabbuka wa ma qala. Allah hasn't left you. Allah has not abandoned you. So we are not abandoned by Allah Ta'ala. Nothing in my day did I carry out on my own. No challenge was I there. No challenge was I faced with that I faced it alone. But my Allah, our Allah has always been there. And He has extended the protective friendship of wilayah. Allahu waliyul ladina amanu. And the impact of His wilayah. How should we know that Allah Ta'ala's friendship is taking impact? Is that yukhrijuhum min al-dhulumati ila nur. Am I doing more godly things and less satanic things? Am I coming closer to Allah? Am I developing more sweetness in my salah? Am I developing a more stronger bond with the recitation of the Quran, with the understanding of the Quran, with the listening of the Quran? These are all signs, respectively, symptoms. Coronavirus has its symptoms. COVID-19 has its symptoms. Cancer has its symptoms. We are very, very aware of them and extremely vigilant regarding them. But the symptoms, the signs of the friendship of Allah Ta'ala is leaving darkness and coming towards the light. Is that the reality of my 24-hour day today on Thursday? Was that the reality on Wednesday? Is my Friday going to be the same as Thursday? If my Friday is going to be the same as my Thursday, then what was the point of my fasting on Thursday? And what was the point of my standing in Qiyam on the night, during the night? My respected listeners, these words are to encourage everybody, myself and all who are listening, that Ramadan has come as a gift, such a gift which we will have to wait a whole year for. Many of us have white hair, many of us have weak limbs, signs from Allah Ta'ala that maybe this is our last Ramadan. Maybe this is our last Ramadan. And we don't have to be old and weak and frail to bid farewell to this Ramadan of ours. For verily Ramadan could be our last. So respected listeners and others, let's cherish the last portions of Ramadan, the last moments of Ramadan. Any time we get, any chance we get, make a tartib, make a schedule, stick to it, achieve something. Make it a family achievement, make it a group achievement, and I'm sure as a community we will come away from Ramadan a better community. We will come away from Ramadan a better family, a better individual, and we will look back and we will be proud of the Ramadan we just spent. May Allah Ta'ala bless me and you and endow me and you with the ability to take from what has been heard and said and to bring into practice that which is to be brought into practice. May Allah Ta'ala bless me and you to continue to hear and benefit from His words. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.